Hello everybody, welcome to another Minecraft tutorial. This was another request that challenged me to make a building using nether quartz, or quartz I guess in general. And so here you go, I decided to go with a Greek style building. Hopefully it looks really awesome, hope you guys enjoy it. And just let's get on with the tutorial. Alright, to start with, we are going to be using, of course, some smooth quartz blocks. You can also use quartz bricks. Basically, we're going to be using a lot of quartz. Of course, if you don't want to use quartz, you can use white concrete, you can use diorite, any kind of white block can do the trick, I think, for this build, if you don't want to use quartz. But since I was challenged to use quartz blocks, that's what I'm using. Alright, so we're going to start with this building here first. And this one is actually going to have a balcony on this corner here. So if you mark just temporarily right here in the middle, and right in the middle over here on these front two angles, like so, like that. And we're actually going to take this up 7 blocks total. So counting this one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, same thing with here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And going inward, or at least in this corner here, this is all going to be the 7 block placement. So from here to here, all the way around, is going to be up to this height of 7 blocks. Alright, and that's what you should have so far. And on the rest of this building here, it is actually going to go up to 11 block height total. So from the bottom you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All the way around the rest of this square right here. Alright, so when you get this point, I made a small error here. You're actually going to go in 1 more block in. That's going to be a little bit higher. So you should only have 4 blocks this way and 4 blocks this way on the lower platform. And then from there we can go ahead and, if you want to, just go ahead and add a door or something so you can get in. I think I'm going to place it around here. I think we're going to actually add a staircase that goes up to it, because this is going to be 1 step higher, I think. And we'll go ahead and fix the balcony here just so it looks better from the outside, and we'll add a staircase and all that later. But for now, build this in at that level like so, and then from there you can go ahead and add in your walls surrounding that platform, and that way you have this little balcony. And we're probably gonna add a door somewhere around here as well. And for the ridge, we're actually gonna place, or for the guard here, I want to place 1 block here, and I'm actually gonna place upside down stairs like so. You get this kind of cool looking railing pattern. Alright, before we move on to the other building, we're gonna go ahead and continue this building here and add some more detail. So first things first, we're gonna add some windows here, and the bottom 2 windows are actually 2 blocks in and 2 blocks from the bottom. So right there and there, make it 2 blocks wide. So you see 2 blocks here coming in and 2 blocks coming up. That's 2 blocks long. Same thing on this side, 2 blocks in. Well, I guess the 3rd block in, then 3rd block up, and right there. Hopefully that makes sense. And then straight from the top here, you're gonna go right where this levels off and do the same thing and put a window there. From there, we are going to actually change the bottom and the top here with stairs. So later on we can use some glass panes. Oops, wrong one. Alright, and from there we're gonna add some lighting from the left side of the windows. Place a trapdoor, spruce trapdoor like that, and then if I don't know if you can do this on bedrock, but in Java you can at least do crouch and place your lantern like so. And if you don't have, if you can't do that in bedrock, I'm not sure, you can just easily use a spruce fence post and do it like that. Either way works, but for symmetrical purposes for this video, I'm going to place it like that. Going on to the roof, this part here, like I said, you can go ahead and cover this up if you'd like, with more quartz or concrete or whatever you'd like. And then to give it a little ridge here, we're actually going to do like a pattern between normal blocks and stairs. Alright, now from there we're going to actually add a little covering for our little porch here, our little balcony here. And we're going to use some spruce fence for a post. And then right about 3 posts up, you're going to place your campfire blocks. Going across all the way like so. No, you can't see because of the smoke, but you get the idea. You can light them out with a shovel or some water, and it should look something like that. Then for some extra touch, some extra support, we're gonna add some spruce fence gates around the edges, like so. If you want to make it a little more detailed, you can add something like a direct wall, and I think that gives it a little bit extra detail. You don't have to if you don't want to. And then to fill in these windows, we're actually going to use some blue stained glass pane. What I forgot to do is actually add a little light here. We can do the same thing we did out here with the trapdoor and lantern, just place it that way so you have a little light there. And then on this side, inside the walls here, we're going to place another window, like so, and throw some glass panes in that window as well. And just to show the difference here, for this doorway here, I'm going to place a lantern with a spruce fence post. Alright, and for the right side of the building, you'll see these purple and blue wool here signifying where the walls are going to be, at least some of the walls. And this one is just a little platform to be where our back door is going to be. So if you look right in the middle, right there, you should have 4 on each side of the door, right? If it's 9 blocks long, you have a door in the middle at the 5th spot, regardless which way you went. And it's going to be 1 block high, because we're going to have a platform, like so, like there. And then we're going to have a staircase. Well, that's not it. Go down that way. And then from there, we can go ahead and finish adding our walls if you'd like. But for now, let's go ahead and just get this doorway finished. This one's going to have a little more glass opening. Now, you don't have to do this. This is completely optional. But this is something I wanted to add to the door frame. Now, I'm going to use some white stained glass for this. But mainly, it's going to go up to 5 blocks wide and 5 blocks long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now it's not going to be completely that, right? We're actually going to fill in these corners back in with blocks. So it looks like that. And then from there, we're going to place a slab in the middle and place a couple more blocks there. So you should have that so far. And then we're going to add stairs to the corners, like so. And then depending on what you want to do from this point, depending on what you're going to do from here, I'm going to actually add some birch trapdoors along all 3 sides here. Because it's the closest thing to having a trapdoors that's white. In all honesty, that's the only reason why I'm choosing birch trapdoors for this. You could do spruce if you want to, that's completely up to you. And as you're going to see here though, we can't really place a door when there's trapdoors in the way. So what we're going to have to do is go ahead and add a flooring here inside. And once again, I'm just going to use more smooth quartz. From there, we're going to go ahead and actually add a layer inside the building here with some stained glass. And you need to leave a spot for your door. and just make sure you fill in all the cracks where there would be some space. Since I don't really care for this, I'm just gonna go ahead and fill this in as well. You can shape it how you want to later, but I think you can probably get away with just doing that if you want. And I'll probably frame it with some more quartz or something else. But for now, we're not. That's gonna be done later. Right now, I'm just mainly trying to show you how to do the exterior. I'm gonna use a birch trapdoor to that direction to give a little more depth. Now, there is a bluish door. There's the warped door you can use instead. But I know people complained about me using stuff from the Nether, so if you don't want to use that, it's completely fine. But you know what? We're using a bunch of quartz. You're gonna have to get quartz from the Nether. So if you don't want to use it, you don't have to. But just to show how different it looks, it gives it a little bit extra. There you go. And from there, you can add trapdoors, spruce trapdoors to this to give it a little bit darker edge. And for some reason, it looks pretty good with that door frame. And then actually on top here, once you get your second floor made and everything, you can actually add something, a way to get up top of this building. And I think I was going to build it right here. And actually, I think it's going to build it to the side more. Because what we're going to do is place a series of trap doors to get up top. And this is an idea I found when I was looking around doing research on these kind of buildings. And there was actually a structure that did something like this, where you could place these little trapdoors and you could just jump up here and boom, you're up top. Instead of having a normal trapdoor. It's like almost like a parkour little thing. And then you can place another door up here, like so. Alright, now with this building, the exterior at least basically done, let's go ahead and finish off just doing these walls before we get to this second building here. So first off, we'll go ahead and do this side first. And it's going to be basically 2 blocks high. Except when you get to here, because it's going down, I like to see it like almost a pattern. And I lost my slabs. You can easily just put it like that to give it a little more level laying off that way. And the rest of this is actually just going to go 2 blocks high all the way around on the blue and purple wool here. When you finish this side, you can move over here to this side and do the same thing, except when you get to this block here, there's a 2 block gap. That's where our door is going to be. Alright, after you do everything with 2 blocks high, for the door frame here, we're actually going to go a 3rd block here. You're going to place upside down stairs, not there, there, like so. And then you're going to put a couple quartz slabs on top. And from there you can place a couple doors, like so. Alright, so this back building is going to be a little bit more complicated than this one. It may look semi-simple except for this. This is your staircase going up to the balcony here. And then it's going to wrap around with a bridge connecting these 2 buildings together over there, which I did not place. But that's because it's in the air. So to start out with, I can tell you this much. Right here, where this lines up with that wool over there, from here over, at least on this strip here, is going to go up to the 6 block height. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And for now, just go ahead and do this few blocks here. Now for the rest of this building, for the rest of the most part here, going all the way down here, we're probably going to place a balcony on this corner here. So you can go ahead and mark off the same kind of space there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's going to be our balcony. Probably going up this 6 block height as well. I know this may seem confusing. I'm doing little bits and pieces, because when you're adding balcony pieces, it's going to be a little bit more complicated, different heights. and that's why I'm letting you guys go ahead and do the 6 block heights first before we do the full length of the house or the building. And then for the rest of these blocks in between here, we're gonna go up to 10 blocks high. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Same thing all the way down. You can even just do 2 at a time like this, and then just slowly go back and forth if it's easier in survival. Alright, now that you've gotten this back wall done, we're gonna go ahead and move to the main staircase here. And as I said, between these 2 pieces of wall, it's gonna be your staircase, because these are where the walls are gonna be. And we're gonna start with a staircase right at the end of this wall. Hi chicken, how you doing? Alrighty then. And then we're gonna do a pattern where it's like every other block it's gonna be a stair. Like that. A stair, basic block, and then go up 1 with a stair. Then on this corner piece, once again it's gonna be an empty blank spot. And then you're gonna have another stair here. Now when you get to this point here, you can easily just go ahead and do like up here and just do the top layer and do stair on like that. Just do block, block, stair, and we're going up to the height of that platform, that wall there. So one more time, block, block, stair, and then you should reach the same platform as this wall, so you can go ahead and attach them together because that's where it's going to be. So, and so you should have that kind of staircase going on. Now we're gonna go ahead and do this front wall here to cover up the staircase, and it's gonna be a little different because we're actually gonna have level up, almost kind of like a guardrail, both more quartz blocks, of course, and it's gonna go up about every other block. So we're gonna start with the 2 block height, and then every other block it'll go up a height. So that'll be, except this corner piece, because the stair is right here, this is gonna have to go a bit higher. So actually we're gonna have to level up even more there. And then if we build this up here, just to keep it up with the rest of this, temporarily just go ahead and building up 3 blocks high to keep up with the staircase, and it's just gonna keep going up like that. I think I want it to be more like that, where it's going up during the flat part. Now go ahead and fill in the rest of this wall here, and that way you can also just go ahead and make sure this is kind of how you want it, at least the height of the way you want it here. Like I said, I kind of want to have 2 blocks above the flat part of the staircase. 2 there, 2 there, and that looks good. And you'll have something similar, I think, here for the railing, and this should actually be up here on this height. So the end wall should be at where this wool marker is. And yeah, like I said, we'll probably do the same thing here, add some staircases, upside down, oh, fell, all the way across. Then you change that one, so you have that kind of railing there. The next part is to get the other side of the staircase completed. Now here's the thing. When you have this platform here, we're actually going to have a path going this way, all the way down here, where there's eventually going to be a bridge going to this building here. So that means we have a path coming down this way, like so. And that means we need a wall here. This wall, go ahead and build it all the way up, and it's just gonna be 1 block higher than the staircase. And of course this will be completely up to this point, all the way across, at least to this point here. So go ahead and do that part, and then we'll get to the next part after that. Alright, the next thing to do here is, obviously this path is going to continue like this. I'll just go ahead and show you quick where that's going to go. And this is all just going to be one big wall except of course this path here is going to keep going this way. So for now, you could actually go ahead and build this wall here. So like this wall is going to continue this way. I'll build part of it just so you have an idea. All the way up to that height with the rest of the walls. And that's basically going to go all the way down and connect with this block here. Right, all the way over here, and it's going to go all the way across this part here until it gets to this point. So this point should also be up to that block level, because this is going to be another patio area. And so all this is going to be up to 10 blocks height. Alright, once you get that wall done, you can probably go ahead and make this platform too, just the same thing as the platform over here, like this one. The roof though on this building is going to be a bit different. It's going to have a curved rooftop, and we're going to add a little tower sticking up right on this end. So I wouldn't complete the roof just yet, but if you want to, you can go ahead and like just fill this in so you have an idea of where it's going. Then come back over here, we'll complete this side of the staircase just to make it you know, run a little bit better. And go ahead and just add that in here as well. And here it's going to be similar to this, where you're just kind of going to just kind of follow along, something kind of like that. Alright, next we're going to go ahead and finish this path going this way, and then do the bridge as well. And starting from where you have the end of the staircase, this barrier here, you're going to go 11 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And at the 11th block, that's where your staircase is going to go. And then the door frame is actually going to be, if you come here, like if you're in survival and you're like right here, you go 1, 2, and 3. So right there is going to be your door. And of course this is going to go all the way, and then you can go ahead and make a path with your quartz or your white concrete, whatever you'd like to use, to match up with this building here. Next thing you got here is you're going to be finishing up the bridge. Obviously you don't want it to be just kind of dull and plain, so obviously it's going to be a little bit unique, or at least have an arch underneath, so you can fill in the sides like that. Alright, after you completed the bridge here, we'll go ahead and make the arch so it looks a little bit better than this kind of plain thing here. And we're actually going to replace this bottom with slabs first off, so you have that little clip there. Then of course we're going to leave these blocks here, and then you're just going to add some staircases along the bottom corners. And then if you want to, you can add birch trapdoors or spruce trapdoors, whatever you'd like, on just like the top layer, just to give it a little bit more of an arch there. Now before we do the roof, I want to add a couple doors into the side of this bottom building here. If you look at some of the Greek buildings, they have a really interesting theme of using really nice looking blue with these white buildings, and I think they're like Santorini architecture. Check them out if you can. This is what this is kind of based off of. And so we don't really have blue doors except for like this kind of warped wood doors. That's the closest thing you can get to it, like they do over there. But instead I figured, why not make an arch kind of door frame. So what we're gonna do is, I'm thinking like right there, we can go ahead and get rid of this. We don't need these. And temporarily we're going to go ahead and place a door in like that. And actually, this, we're going to carve this out. Place some stairs like that. You have this nice looking arch. And we'll add some trapdoors. And then actually in the inside, we're going to cover it up with some blue lapis lazuli. Now, if you don't want to use a bunch of lapis on this kind of thing, I understand. I am going for almost a very expensive kind of build, but you can use blue wool, any kind of blue block. I think will work for this blue concrete, same kind of thing. And I'm gonna use the lazuli like that. And man, the wool. We'll change the wool later, but I think actually we're gonna change this door so it goes back one more layer, like that. And so it has a really deep depth to it, like so. And then we're gonna kind of do the same thing over here, but this time, like we can do it like this, where it's flat on the ground, or over here. I think it'll be cool if we add a step going up to the door frame. So once again, we'll go ahead and do this, and we'll add some stairs, add your trap doors, and I'm gonna go ahead and place some stairs going up to the building here. And of course, in here we're probably gonna have a layer of flooring, at least in this back end. And then you can also add your blue blocks surrounding the door frame, and then add your door. You have another nice looking door. I don't think I added the trap door. You can add a trap door to the top there just to give it a little more curve. Up here, I'm probably gonna add a door frame here. Oop. Not a door frame exactly, but I'll probably just add a door right here for your second floor. Sorry if my throat is kind of like losing its voice. Alright, and now the roof. Now, it's going to be a little weird, a little funky because of that porch over there and so forth, but I think we're going to make this work. So, first things first is we're going to have to carve out a spot later. But I think if you're counting up to where this is, it'll be just fine. And so, what I'm going to ask you to do, first off, like I said, right where that staircase is, go ahead and make this entire area flat. And you may have to get rid of some blocks later, but for now, I think that's gonna be okay. The next thing we're gonna do here is gonna go ahead and make the arch. Now the arch is starting from here, and you're gonna go up one block, another block like that. Do the same thing on this side. Block like that, and then here in the middle it's going to come around like so. So it should look something like that. Very simple, very easy to do. In fact, we can go ahead and just fill in this all the way down, all the way down. And I know once we get here, this here, it's going to be a little weird because we may have to carve into it and leave a spot open for the porch. And that's just fine, I think. Alright, now, as of right now, this isn't the smoothest little dome rooftop that I've seen. So we're actually going to make it a little bit nicer looking. And to do that, on this first step here, you're going to add a stair on both sides, actually. And then on the second step here, we're going to add slabs, like so. And then on top here, we're just going to use some spruce trapdoors. And that's going to be your curve. You're going to do the same thing all the way down. So you can go ahead and just go stairs all the way down. And the same thing on the other side. Slabs all the way down. And of course your trapdoors all the way down. Next is going to be the tower going up right here in the front of this building here. And it's going to be a 5x5 block. So counting it right from this middle here, you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Barely makes it in. The middle's going to be there, just to mark where it's going to be at in the middle. And that means you're going to go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, like that. We can go ahead and get rid of that. We're actually going to go ahead and go up 2 more blocks on these corners. And that way you can fill in this bottom block like this. All the way around. You should have that so far. And I'm actually going to go ahead and in the middle, you're going to fill it up by 3 blocks. Your blue block of choice. And you can go ahead and fill the whole thing like that. Just a cube of some sort. Works perfectly. Now from here, we're actually gonna add some staircases between those 2 there. Like that. And the same thing on all 4 sides. And then going from here, we're actually going to place an upside stair like that on the corners, on top of all these stairs. And then that way between them you can put a full block. Now from here on top of that full block, we're going to add a right side upstairs on all 4. Now these are all going to be very similar, so it's not like they're going to be any different no matter what I say, but you get the point. And then on the top of this stair, we're going to put an upside down stair using this stair right here. If you put your cursor on the top part of the stair, that way you can put your upside down stair like so. And you're going to do the same thing on all 4 of them. At this point, I hope you guys are following along pretty well. This is about how far you should be at right now. And then here, we're going to start adding in the more blue block or lapis or blue concrete. And on top of these stairs, the upside down ones, we're going to go up 2 blocks. And then on the corners where these 2 are meeting together, we're going to place a block that between them and then 1 more block higher. Then from there, we can actually go ahead and place more upside down stairs of the white quartz between those 2 blocks to give them extra support. And then in the very middle, we will place another blue quartz in like that. Alright, and to finish off the tower, we're going to use some diorite walls and go up 2 blocks high, followed by a couple iron bars. So just kind of make it a point on top like that. And there you go, you've kind of finished this kind of nice, cool looking tower. Alright, now there's a little bit something we're missing here. We're missing a bunch of kind of overhangs like this. So there's a few we're going to add, obviously. We're actually going to add one big one right down here to cover up some of this. The courtyard area. We're going to add one here to cover up this kind of porch. And we're also going to add one across this bridge here as well. And of course, your typical one on this side as well. So we'll start with this one here. They're all very similar kind of style. Nothing completely different except maybe the shape. And I think what we're going to do this one here is have one side starting on here, and it's going to have about 3 blocks. So let's say right there, like so. And then you just need to go ahead and figure out where you want the best place to put your campfire blocks and just kind of go over until it runs into that wall. And because this is like that, I might just like place, I don't know, something there to make it look a little nicer and not like flat against it. And we'll go ahead and go all the way across. And yes, this is going to be a lot of campfire blocks, I know. So you got something like that. And once again, we're also going to go ahead and just place some gates going around the edges. For this one, you're going to have your diorite wall and up 2 spruce fence posts like that, so you can put your trapdoors or your campfire blocks across like so. And if you want to, you can go ahead and cover this up I think I'm gonna leave one spot open though. And once again, we'll add AR spruce fence gates going around the edge of it. And then of course we have one more over here with this bridges. And I think instead of having, because you have this path going down here, you can't really place 4 corners of support beams. So we're just gonna place in the middle, like so. And then we'll just put our campfire blocks on top of that. Okay, so it's looking pretty good so far. I might add a couple windows right there. Like the rest of this is mainly basically preference on what you think will look good. You know, obviously adding some windows back here, adding some more details back here, however you like it. The choice is completely up to you. One thing I will add before I go into the details is the flooring. Obviously, the courtyard flooring, and so you could use like any kind of material you would like. You can use cobblestone. You can use, I don't know, some diorite or whatever. But actually, so you can use like, you know, whatever you want, cobblestone, stone brick, you know, more quartz or white block if you want to, like, if you really want to do that. But when I was looking at a lot of the Mediterranean Greek streets and stuff, they're like this kind of like, they're like cobblestone, but they're like this really big pieces of, that you don't normally see when you make cobblestone, or at least compared to the Minecraft world. And I was looking through blocks, and I found this dead brain coral block, and I think it works really well for the flooring, or like kind of like the street flooring, the courtyard of this kind of like villa. So if you fill this in, now I understand you may not be able to get access to this a lot, and I'm not 100% sure how you can get it. I know obviously you go to coral reefs and somehow mine the dead parts, you will get this block, but I think it looks freaking fantastic as a good flooring. Now, like anything else, even I haven't really been doing it here in these blocks either, or down here, but feel free to use a variety of blocks for texturizing. So like I could have been using quartz brick or maybe a little diorite in these buildings just to kind of break it up, this constant pattern that you see on the buildings now, which I'll do a little bit later in the final touch. Same thing down here. Like if you look in here, once we get down to it, there's a variety of different blocks of coral blocks you can collect, and so it doesn't have to be that one in particular, because you can like add a variety just to make it more interesting and just have fun with it, you know. That's the most important thing. Now you may have noticed like this video is kind of like not your typical tutorial where it's very like stern on you make it exactly like this. I kind of wanted to give you like a blueprint, but I didn't want to give you like a concrete blueprint. I want you to be creative. I want you to like get a basic idea of what this building looks like, and then you can add to it what you think might look good. Because safe to say, like, I like this building, it looks really good, but it could be a whole lot better if you just put some work into it and think about what you currently have in your survival world. Just have fun with it. Experiment. It's literally all I do is when I make these tutorials, or at least make these prototype builds, is I throw blocks together until it works. You know, I do a lot of checking things out and like getting inspiration online or in real life. Alright, and from there it is basically done. Like I said, it is completely up to you how you want to design the details to this. But I will be doing a bunch of details myself, and you'll get to see it through a time-lapse build using in the exterior and the interior. And don't worry, I'll show you all the little different details I make in the tour. You get a good idea of what you can add or what kind of similar ideas or inspiration you can get to put in your build. And it's easy to do. A lot of greenery goes a long way, adding bushes and flowers, anything like that, vines, etc. Like even like breaking apart these like part things and adding some bushes in them kind of gives it that overgrown feeling, which you'll see me do here soon. But yeah, other than that, have fun with it, and I will see you all in just a moment with the tour. Alright, it is time for the tour. I went a little crazy by adding a dock here as well, so we'll just go ahead and do one step at a time and show you everything that we have to offer here. So yeah, I did mainly just plan to build just the exterior around the building and the interior, but you know what? This needs a dock. You know, this is like an island and stuff. I think most of my builds are across the ocean over there somewhere. So yeah, you need a place to dock your boats and stuff, right? So here you go. I made a little just like outdoor-ish fishing dock is kind of thing. And yes, I got some chests and everything in here, and some smokers in case you want to cook your fish and whatnot. But yeah, a little nice little dock here. You go up this little stairway, going up around this kind here, and yeah, here you are at the front entrance of the building, and we'll kind of look around. I added some a lot of leaf blocks and flowers, and added some cobblestone as rocks around the perimeter and this thing, and I'll explain why that's there to begin with later on. This is supposed to be like little pots of flowers and stuff, but and they don't turn out the greatest, so I think it works out. It's kind of fantasy-esque, but yeah, like I said, I'll explain later why I did that. I had a doorway to the side here, and we'll check out the interior of the villa type Greek building here in just a moment. And yeah, let's go ahead and go to the main entrance here. But coming through the main entrance, as always, as you can see, you have the nice colored stone-ish. I mean, it's not really stone, it's more like just dead brain coral blocks. Added some flower pots, some actual barrels, and stone cutter, and you can use however you want to build this. Whatever you want to put in the courtyard, I guess. Added some leaves to break up the little scaffolding thing here. Yeah, that's that. I guess we'll go ahead and show the whole courtyard. So if you go over here, obviously you see another bench, more barrels, a little bush, and so forth. And yeah, over here I decided to add a pool. I got inspired looking at a lot of Santorini buildings. They all seem to have like pools and stuff. Somehow tight knit in their building or nearby. So I had to squeeze this in. Got little glowstone boss sea lantern blocks. Excuse me. To lighten up at night, and your little fountain coming in to keep the pool full. Some berry bushes here, and we'll check out the building soon. And if you go back this way, we'll go back to the main entrance here, and yeah, we'll check out the main building first. Come in here, you have your main room with some storage and some crafting area, some furnaces, some extra storage. I even hit some barrels down here. You know, you don't want to waste any space possible, so you have, you know, stack as many barrels as you possibly can. Yeah, and this is a little island here. It's kind of cool. Got your little sink. Got a couple chairs you can sit in here. It's kind of tucked in, but you know, if you want to place them with planks or slabs or something to make it easier to sit in, then there you go. Got a little lantern hanging off the side to give you some light here. I had to add a couple doors and windows to the back of this building because I felt like, I don't know, I feel like you need more natural light coming through. And of course I used more blue glass blocks, but to go with the theme of the blue and white. And if you look back here, I had to do some searching. It's a farm of berry bushes because, you know, why not, right? I guess to, like, you know, make your almost like a winery farm type thing where, you know, you collect all the berries and you make a wine out of it, right? Alright, before we go upstairs, over here you have your enchanting area. This is a level 30 enchantment station, even if the library books only go to here and way over here to leave room for this door here. Add a little glowstone up here to give it light. And ender chest, some extra storage, and some grindstones in case you need to enchant things or stack your lapis in there. Now if we go upstairs, I don't know why, but I thought this gray wool carpet kind of worked well with the whiteness of the walls and floor and stuff. So go upstairs and you enter your bedroom, your 3 king size bed. You know, if you have 2 other friends, you can pile them on in there. A little extra chest, a little place to you know, make your notes and your journal writing and stuff like that. The whole kind of desk area, I thought it was pretty cool. I've never really done something like this, so I think it turned out pretty good. Come over here, we have your own little aquarium. I added an aquarium, right? Little fishies, with a sea lantern to keep it kind of lit up in here since there's no natural light to see it very well in there. But yeah, there's like 3 or 4 fishes in there. I think there's 4. I can't tell. Oh yeah, 2 are looking at each other. There are shadows. Some pictures, and yeah, that's that building. And of course back here is just your balcony here to check out your farm, and you can come back down here where the pool is, and yeah, and this kind of covers up, but you can like jump here and go woo and do all that fun stuff. So going into this building, I had a hard time figuring out what to do with this room, and I'm sure you could have a lot easier time, but I decided to make it a little place to do some brewing, you know? Oops, I didn't mean to crush that. That's not what I wanted to do. There we go. So yeah, everything in here I think you could use a little zombie head and a chest to make your potions and stuff. And a little bit of nether warts, of course. And of course, there's no way to get to the second floor without having to go the other direction, which is fine, I guess, but you know. And if we head this way, across the bridge, you come through this door, and you have not much. I didn't really add, I forgot to add a bunch in here, but you know, I decided to make this kind of like a nether room, or at least a portal room, just so you can dive right through here. So, like I said before, if you noticed, it goes around the edges of the wall. I was trying to think of creative ways to keep it interesting. But if you go up here, and that's what this is here for, actually. So if you go look at this, it's just enough to cover up this obsidian, and I think it looked pretty good actually to go with it. And it is a different style, kind of added onto the Greek buildings, but I think it's okay. So you go through here, come up here, and of course you can enter the ceiling here, or the roof, and once again covered up the obsidian as best as I could with these slab or the trapdoors. And yeah, you can check out the ocean, check out your surroundings, your towers over there, check out the back. You can even possibly jump into that pool from here. This build just turned out really, really good, I think. I just kept adding more and more and more with the dock, and I just kept finding things to add, and that's why, like, it took so long to make this. I didn't mean for this to take that long, but I think it turned out really, really good. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I sure had a lot of fun making this building, and if you have any questions or comments, please post in the comments below, and I will see you all soon. Bye.